Welcome, folks. Today we have a special video for you. This is talking about chants, soccer chants. Something happened in the news that made me think about soccer chants, and I'll get back to that in a bit. But made me think, one of the things that Americans don't really have or not so good at is the soccer chanting part. I've been to a bunch of soccer games, and the improvement I've seen has been clearly Argentines that became part of the, I guess you would call them, the ultras of whatever team, and they started singing basically the melodies that they brought from Argentina. So I guess it brings up this question about, like, why is it that some of these cultures don't seemingly have good soccer chants? But let's get it going. Let's look at. Let's start with some of the good ones that are not Argentine or American. I wanna show you guys the Le Le Le, which is Liverpool. This is it right here. It's a great one. I don't know if they made that one up. I heard something about that. They started doing this melody in Portugal. Could be wrong. I don't know, but I think it's kind of become adopted as like one of Liverpool's good chants. And it's got lyrics. It talks about history. Gives you a reason to go look up the names of Bill Paisley or something Paisley and Bill Shankly or whatever. Sorry, I'm still learning as a Liverpool fan. I don't even know. I got to go read up on them. But that's the Liverpool one. It's not bad. I think it's really good. I think it's one of the top English ones. So it's really impressive. Moving on, look at this one. This is a team called Aris, and I really like this melody that they did. Hard in Greece. Ustarades. Another Greek word. Ustarades. I want to show you Stoke City because I've actually watched Stoke City games. Who was it that was playing on Stoke City? This guy that played everywhere. I remember just catching some Stoke City game against one of the big teams, and I just remember them getting a chant going and it coming through the microphones, and I was like, hey, go ahead, Stoke City, hold it down. And I think what they were chanting most likely is this one. The videos I've seen, it looks like they're good at this one, which is when the Saints go marching in. Oh, and the Reds go marching in, and the Reds go marching in. That's Stoke City for you, which, to me, it's always nice when I'm watching a game and the noise from the crowd starts becoming a melody that you can actually hear. So when I'm watching Liverpool, I always hear the Ale, Ale, Ale. I had to look it up. I said, that's a nice melody. I want to know what that is. And you want to be able to sing along. So you look up the lyrics and you go participate. Well, now moving on to, I'm sorry, but the kings of the chants and the kings of being ultras, those guys behind me. We the best. All right, what can we do? Here we go. This is Boca singing to, singing to the enemy. River. A little context. They sing the song directly at one team. They sing it to River, and the thing that they make River know is that River fell to the B. So Boca Juniors is the only team to never have played second division. They've always been, from the start of the Argentine league, they've never fallen out of first division. And for the longest time, it was like three teams. It was Boca, River, and Independiente. And then River fell to the B. And that was huge. It's one of the reasons why. They may beat us, but we never went to the B. And so this song says, tell me what it feels to have played in the B, in second division. What else do we have here? Oh, this is another. See, the thing about it is that the Argentine chants have great melodies. Like, that's what impresses me. I see the British will do good melodies too, but they seem to be locked into about 6 or 7 melodies that they do, and they don't do too many more. Like, Argentines are coming up with new ones every year, like all the time. I mean, they've got so many. It's hard to follow because there's so many. And they'll do them after, famous pop songs or rock songs. Those will become the melodies that become chants. So some really catchy tune becomes the chant. And that's the way to do it. But seemingly, like, the British, where, like, they're doing, when the Saints go marching in, like, they seem to have to pull back to these, like, old things that I guess everybody can remember and know that. Which, there's something to be said about, like, the struggle of, like, Americans being able to do a chant because they're so diversified that, like, they don't have songs that everybody knows. But they do, they do. I've seen, they do, like, Country Road or whatever I've seen football games where they sing that, but people only know one little part of the lyric. They don't sit and sing the entire thing and loop it and make it a chant. Well, Argentines take a piece of that melody, write all the words out, chant it, loop it, and by the way, for the national team and for Argentina, every single World Cup has a new chant. That is the one that kind of blows up. So that little tune that you were hearing, Brazil, tell me how it feels, blah, 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 that was for the 2014 World Cup, because it was Argentina was playing in Brazil, so we wrote a song that immediately says something to Brazil. Which, by the way, when Argentina beat Brazil in Copa America, they had the players were about to start singing that, and the boss here goes, no, we don't sing the song. We don't sing the anti-Brazil song in Brazil's face after we beat them. No. And he goes, no, we sing another song, which that's why he's a beast. I mean, he's perfect. He respected his rival, and the rival that deserves the most respect, the one with 5 stars. Anyways, here's another one. This is a newer one. Excellent. That one was for the last World Cup, I think, that they made up that melody. No, that one was for this last Copa America that was here. So one summer ago, they made that song for the national team. This clip here I want to show you because this was an old commercial on the Argentine sports channel. And it's to just highlight not only the songs, but just how the cheering sections, how wild we get and how you're all in. You know what I mean? We're going to fill that stadium and you're only going to hear our voice, you know? Because like what I was talking about, it's like the joke is like, oh, you know, it's so stupid to be a fan of a soccer team and to, you know, get so riled up. Well, it's not stupid because I'm aware that it's just catharsis. What I'm doing here is catharsis. I'm finding something arbitrary. I know that it doesn't matter who wins. I know that the winner of one game doesn't affect, you know, world policy. So I choose to put all my emotional whatever into something that means nothing. And then enjoy everyone else around me who's down to scream for nothing. And let that catharsis out, and you know what I mean? And root for something, you know? It seems to me that like Americans know how to do that, but with politics, but not with, I guess they do it with sports too, but not with soccer so much. Anyways, look at this.
Das ist unglaublich. Ich war letztens da haben die im Stadion Millionen von Papierchen gesehen. Das habe ich noch nie gesehen in meinem Leben. Das ist die Kultur, Alter.
Là-bas, ce peuple qui perd ou qui gagne, ils continuent de chanter, ils ont ça.
Con una calza. L'ho visto giocare.
So it's translated to Spanish, but what he's saying is he says, oh, when they go to the stadium and they start letting out little pieces of papers, and he's like, millions of pieces of paper, right? And then the other guy goes, well, it's cultural. And then they cut to another guy, and he says, and even if they're losing, they sing more, which we write it into our lyrics. Like, if we're losing, even more we sing. Like that part I notice all the time. I see soccer teams, they get scored on, and all of a sudden the chants get quiet, you know? No, sir. You get scored on, even more. You sing even more because you don't scare me that you scored on me. We're still going to come back. You know what I mean? Then he's saying, like, you know, that they play soccer, however they can. If they don't have a ball, they take a sock and roll it into a ball and play with it.
L'ho visti giocare con una calza.
Giocare con una calza.
La prendono. Ci fanno una palla e giocano per strada con le calze. È una cosa che non ho mai visto in vita mia.
This is real. I mean, obviously kids now have balls, but...
Και το πόδι έτσι σαν το λαιμό σου και το ίδιο έπεσε.
Oh, look at his ankle.
If they lose, they won't go to the cinema or they don't go to the theatre. They do nothing.
So what he says is, you heard him, if they lose, they don't go to the movies, they don't do anything. I was in Buenos Aires in 2010 when we lost to Germany 4-1 or 4-0, I think it was. It was the quietest Buenos Aires has ever been. I mean, just there was nobody on the street. I mean, I lived on the outskirts of Buenos Aires, but Buenos Aires is huge. Even at the outskirts, there's just people constantly walking. The cafes, there's always people at cafes. There's always somebody sitting out on the curb having a beer, having a coffee. There's movement. I'm telling you, it was like that scene in Vanilla Sky where he goes to the middle of Manhattan and there's no car. I mean, I remember looking. It'd be like one car, some guy who had to get somewhere. It was, and I remember my soul got quiet. Like, I got really sad, and it was just a sad day. We went home, did nothing. It's just it's like mourning. You mourn your team having lost.
The fans.
The fans or the players?
Catharsis. Emotional catharsis. We found something. This is what men are allowed to cry about. We're allowed to cry about this game.
Avec les jambes là, qui joue avec le cœur.
Avec le cœur.
D'ailleurs, c'est facile dans toutes les équipes championnes, il y en a au moins.
He said they play with their heart. Whatever team they are, whatever team they're on, they come out champions. And so they're showing Messi on Barca, Tevez on Man U. Ooh, still gives me tingles. Obviously with that Requiem for a Dream song, but still gives me tingles. Now, let's turn it around and let's go to the worst. Okay, the worst. The worst chanting. And I don't, this is not even political, but just listen to the lack of melody.
White man, fight back! 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 White.
Let's get the whole political racist thing out of the way. That is not what I'm talking. I'm not even talking about that. There's no melody. Her. Why do Americans collectively not have melody or tunes? Like, you couldn't come up with some, put it to like Simply Irresistible or something, you know? White men simply fight back. You know what I mean? Put it to something alive. Everything, her. It's the same as like when they chant USA, they go, USA, USA, you. It's so boring. It's so boring. Well, I'll give you this. Argentines sing Argentina, Argentina, but it's a bookend to singing the other things. You don't just sing Argentina. It's too boring. You need a melody that gets you a loop of music. Why don't we have a loop of music here? So I think I'm proposing, okay, get this out of the way. I'm proposing for the U.S. men's national team, let's write a good song that has a melody we all like. I don't know. Could be a slow one, could be a fast one. There's so many. I mean, tell me in the comments what melody you would want to hear. And we ask ChatGPT, and in 2 seconds, it'll rewrite some lyrics that incorporate, you know, U.S. history. Maybe we call out Kobe Jones and who are the other players for the U.S.? Kobe Jones is all I remember. Landon Donovan and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Maybe we call out some of their better performances, blah, blah, blah. Let's put it to a melody that's legit. Let's have a legit melody for it. Let's get that done. If we can get that done in before the World Cup, who knows? We get it to go viral. We make the people who go see the U.S. sing a song that has a melody, please. Okay, guys, that's my video. I hope you liked it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.